So let's go into the topic of the day.
Okay, topic of the day, how to start your year on a high vibe. So may I start?
Yeah, man.
Okay, so I'm going to start because probably 2 or 3 months before New Year's, so the last like October, November, December vibe, my kind of mentality, which was different than years prior, was okay, like no resolutions. I don't need a resolution. It's more like, what are you happy about from the past year or life, and what are you not happy about? And for me, I knew exactly what I was happy about, what I was not happy about, what caused me stress throughout the year, caused me anxiety, caused me joy, and whatever. And I just said, you know what? Let's do like a full refresh. So I kind of just, in my own head, I was like, anything that doesn't serve me and hasn't served me has to go. And that's whether it's people I follow on social media, friends of mine that whatever, I don't have any, what do you call it? We
Consistency
or we grew apart. Even unfollowing accounts that make me want to buy a new car or buy a new t-shirt or buy a new hat. Like I kind of just unfollowed and got rid of all of that stuff. I deleted like more than 60% of the photos on my phone. Any garbage that was in there, that's all gone. And started trying to get better sleep routines, more like workouts in, started working out after like a year and a half of back injury where I was like really too scared to go to the gym. First workout back was with you. And I needed like 9 days to recover. I was so sore because I literally had not done any physical activity other than like walking and golfing.
Yeah. So, and I didn't go too hard on you.
No, we went so light, but I had lost all my muscle. So it was hilarious. And then we worked out again and I was sore for another 4 days, but I'm ready. I'm back for another one today or tomorrow. So yeah, for me, how to start my year on a high vibe was not starting January 1st. I think the best thing I did this year was starting a few months earlier and kind of cleaning up so that January 1st, I don't have to do anything. Like I've set kind of new routines, and I said it on my Instagram stories. A new routine takes like between 3 and 6 weeks at a minimum to enforce and to get yourself used to it and
to reprogram the machine.
reprogram the machine. So I wanted to do as much as I could before the new year. So like I really started my year with my mission, my purpose, my faith, and all that kind of stuff. And I knew that I wanted to go into the new year clear-minded, without stress, without anxiety. So even like looking at the outer world, there's a lot of craziness in the world all the time. So even way less time on the internet, on social media. And even when I do see things, I've been kind of trying to take like my faith a little bit more seriously. And things that would worry me before, I don't care. Like I honestly, not that I don't care, but whatever happens that is out of my control, which is almost everything, as long as I have faith, nothing bothers me anymore. I'm not going to worry about the UFOs that are being out there. I'm not going to worry about the Trump presidency. I'm not going to worry about anything because I know what I have to do and I know what I believe in. So for me, I'm starting the year like super fresh, super confident. I got no stress. I got nothing to worry about. Life is great. People around me are great. And I'm very excited to just get this year going. And like I started clean, like for the most part, the food I ate during the holidays was like pretty clean. I think I had one big binge of sweets and chocolate. But other than that, I was cooking a lot more. I was not eating out. I was having pretty normal bedtimes, wake up times, and spending so much time outside. Almost all my time was spent outside. For me, that's like the best thing ever. The more time I spend inside, the more I'm in my head. The more time I spend outside, the more I feel amazing. And the more I'm just so grateful for like Mother Nature. I walk in the mountains, I walk in the forest or whatever forest we have here in Arizona. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Like this is life. The more time I spend outside, the less I want to buy things, the less I want cars, the less I want new clothes, the less I want anything, because Mother Nature provides everything you need, and food included. To the point where I eat clean and stuff. And like I ate a candy of some sort or some chocolate. You got me Hershey's Kisses chocolate, which I normally love. Always loved Hershey's Kisses. Who doesn't? But I had a few of them a couple nights ago, and they literally tasted synthetic.
They do.
They tasted like not real cocoa or not real anything. So like I had it, but I was like, I know what I'm eating is so garbage and rubbish that I just put it aside.
And your palate's been so like resensitized by eating real food
yeah.
that when you put in some crap, it's like, what is this?
Yeah, my body's like, no,
It feels digital.
Yeah, it's weird. It was like a few months ago. Like I go to like Sprouts. I barely even go to Whole Foods anymore because like 80% of the stuff at Whole Foods is like not even what I'm looking for. It's not natural and it's not like it used to be great, but it's less great.
Yeah.
So I go to Sprouts and all the things that are more natural, organic food, whatever. But I was at a normal grocery store and I was just in the aisles and I stumbled upon Gushers and Fruit Roll-Up.
Nice.
You know, the amazing, terrible, great food that I used to love as a kid.
Yeah. Literal plastic food.
Is actually plastic. But that was so chemical. Like it wasn't even trying to not be chemical, that it was still amazing.
Yeah, it's a product of the 90s. It's like, it didn't matter.
It did not matter.
Did it sell? Did the kids love it?
Red 40.
Yeah.
Go hard on the Red 40. I didn't care. So I just wanted to eat. I ate the whole box of Gushers in about 10 minutes. I ate the whole box of Fruit Roll-Up.
Did you find that Fruit Roll-Ups and Gushers tasted the same?
Exactly the same.
It's like they're made in the same mold.
Yeah.
Same recipe.
So, but anyway, to long story short, for me, how to start my year on a high vibe was do the work in November. Do the work in November and December and set those patterns, set those routines. I'm not telling you to do that, but that's what worked for me. And I mean, the year just started 3 days ago, so I don't have much proof in the pudding, but already just starting my year was like great, even compared to last year.
I love it. You've actually been inspirational to me because like you cleaned up your stuff, you deleted a lot of crap you didn't need. You did like, I followed in your footsteps. I did what you did.
Because it felt amazing.
Yeah, it feels amazing to like let go, to like throw out stuff you don't need, throw out things you don't need, not throw out people you don't need, but like I've done that naturally anyway.
Yeah, over
but
time.
But even on Instagram, like just pressing not interested in like
everything,
all the feed or explore page stuff that doesn't serve me at all. So just been doing that, spending less time on social media and gearing up for this year. Yes, I had a couple of days, like Sweet Yule was away between Christmas and New Year's. So I had a couple chocolate binges here and there, nothing too crazy.
Yeah, but that's fine. I love chocolate.
But I'm really just excited to get back and like really rip 2025. I feel like 2025 is going to be the year. Last year was a real gear up year. You know, there was a lot of moving parts within Pair. There were a lot of changes within Pair.
Pair with our lives, our personal lives, our business lives. Like it was a crazy year.
Yeah, it was
like not in a bad way or a good way. It was just a crazy roller coaster typhoon.
A lot of big decisions had to be made. A lot of learning. A lot of self-actualization that's happened over the years. And like you said, I think what you're saying and what you did to prep the year is like it's a cleansing process of removing what you don't need. Because those things tie you down. Like there's a reality that we live in with the things we have with our current state. And if we want to jump into the reality that serves us better, we can't take everything with us, right? To achieve escape velocity.
Exactly, yeah.
You got to be light. And, you know, we've learned over the years that we don't need a lot of things.
No.
You know, we need each other. We need your friend, your close friends, your family.
Yeah.
You need to eat well. You need to have a purpose. And I love that my singular purpose is my family and Pair. That is the only thing that I give a shit about. There's nothing else.
It's great.
And yeah, I'm just really excited for 2025. So no particular New Year's resolutions for me other than, you know, continuing to just eat as clean as I can, as consistently as I can, and go out there in the world.
The funny thing that I heard the other day, a pastor said it, and he said, New Year's is coming, everyone. And he said, you know, the thing about resolutions, he's like, you don't need a New Year's resolution. He's like, you need a new life. You need to change your life. That's the only way that whatever resolutions you want are actually going to happen, you know? Because you can say, I'm going to do this, but that's like putting a Band-Aid. It always comes off at some point. But if you actually fundamentally change your foundation and actually do the work to start changing your life and putting it in a totally other direction, very uncomfortable thing to do. It's why people don't do it.
Yeah.
They stay stagnant forever. But when he said that, first of all, the whole church laughed so much. They were laughing a lot, and I was laughing. I thought it was funny. But it's the truth, and it's what I did. Like literally trying to change my whole life.
Yeah, because you can't just change the things on the surface that you don't like.
No.
You have to change the things that cause those things.
Yeah, you gotta dig deep and do the dirty work. And
Yeah,
it's a scary and uncomfortable thing, but very rewarding.
Totally. Like Eula was talking about it as well, and I saw a video like the same day after she said it, and she said you can't just white knuckle a problem that you have, because that problem, like the Band-Aid, is going to fall off and the problem is going to win. Unless you figure out a new route where you don't encounter this problem anymore, you're going to face it your whole life and it's going to beat you, because it's like gravity. You're going to fall down and it's going to get you.
Eventually.
It doesn't sleep.
No.
So, that whether it's like social transplantation, putting yourself in a completely different social circle, putting yourself in a new way of life, like, if you want to lose weight, maybe, hitting the gym at 5 a.m. is a good idea, but you're probably going to have to like change the way you eat, change the way you drink alcohol, change the way you track calories, change the way, like your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like your lifestyle is going to get you the results that you want.
I want to pull up this guy on social media that I just started following. Right here. He's the first thing I see.
Wow.
He created his account 3 days ago. It's called I Am Done Being Obese. Nathan W. Posting every day till I lose 200 pounds. Currently 470 on December 31st. Follow to keep me accountable. So I saw this guy's video the other day. I guess he posted it and it went viral. And he was crying. This big, fat guy. Good looking dude. Struggling with this issue for a long time. And anyway, when I saw that video, he had like 4,800 followers. This morning, 2 days later, he's at 101K. And he's getting the craziest amount of support, and he's like crying, and now he's doing his walks, like.
Yeah, man. He's being authentic. He's being vulnerable.
He's huge, a big guy. And he was like, and it is uncomfortable. And on his first walk, he's like, I'm out of breath. I didn't even get halfway around my block. It's a very small block, but he's doing the uncomfortable thing. And the fact that he's putting it on Instagram, it's not for likes and all that, but it's like, you need a support system. And if you have no support system around you, it's really hard, right?
It's hard to stay on track.
It's hard to stay on track. It's hard for people to keep you accountable. But if you put that on the internet, not only is he being held accountable now, but he's also getting insane amount of support. And I've seen in the comments, because I love to go look at the comments to see if there's any negativity, especially to good people like that. Zero negativity. And not only that, but he inspired hundreds of other obese people. They're like, this is what I needed. I'm getting on that. And like, that's their system. That's their support system. That's a beautiful thing. So I followed him because I comment and I encourage. I always encourage those people. Anyone who's doing whatever they got to do, whether you're currently homeless, like I followed homeless dudes that are drug addicts, inspiring them, trying to, encourage them and see them change their life, because I share that with other people, right? So whether you're obese or you're homeless or you're an alcoholic or you're anything, any vice that you may have, everything's possible to fix. But
you gotta want it.
You have to want it. And even that, like, if you don't have the support system, which most people don't have any support system around them, it's tough. Yeah. Like even like one of my followers was like, he messaged me about he's like, was it hard when you stopped drinking? Like to go out after or with the people around you or anything like that? He's like, because he's like, I'm really trying to convince my wife to do dry January with me. And they don't want to or something like that. And he's like, it's just hard. He's like, I grew up around drinking. My family does it, this, that. I was like, well, like, just because they do it doesn't mean they're bad. And if you don't want to do it, if they think you're weird for not wanting to do that, they don't love you. So you're surrounding yourself with the wrong people.
Yeah, or they're too caught up in their unknown subconscious addictions.
Yeah. So, but anyway, you just kind of got, in order to like rewire yourself, you gotta do the uncomfortable work. And that guy's inspired me like crazy.
That's incredible. And he's like, and it's like, look at that. He's putting himself out there, right? Because a lot of people try to fix themselves in the dark, like by themselves. And it's so hard to stay, but he like did the hard thing. And it's almost like the worse off you are, if you share it, you're going to get the most amount of like love and support.
Look, um, I'll give you. I don't know why I'm telling all these stories, but
Hey, man, you're on the roll.
there's another story. I saw this thing on. It was a reel. I was scrolling reels one night, and there's a page I follow called "Made Your Day Better." So it's like little stories about like people that are helping other people out on the internet. And there was this one guy, and he saw this YouTuber, a boomer of some sorts, probably some 60-year-old man, and this guy's been putting out like videos every week for like years, 1,000 subscribers, hard, no comments, no shares, just grinding. And this guy, he's like a man of the Lord. He was just such a nice guy, and it's like his fishing journey, teaching people how to fish and stuff like that. But anyway, I saw that, and I like looked at the guy's name, went onto YouTube to see this guy.
Yeah.
And I went onto YouTube. He had 1.6 or 1.1 million followers, subscribers on YouTube. That only came in the last 2 months. And this guy, he got into a crazy injury where he couldn't even do his YouTube anymore, and he couldn't even like pay for gas to like go on his fishing stuff for his YouTube. And then out of nowhere, like overnight, like he went from 1,000 to 5,000 to 10,000, 100,000 followers, subscribers on YouTube. And like subscribers on YouTube to me are more valuable in a sense than followers on Instagram, because the more subscribers you have on YouTube, you can make a living now. Like you can start earning income, getting AdSense and all that stuff. So I saw that, and he's like over 1 million followers. And this guy, like, he's like, man, God was good. He's like, this was not me. This had nothing to do with me. He's like, I grinded for years. I got into a crazy accident. As soon as I thought everything was, hopeless, I trusted the universe. I prayed, and I can't thank you guys enough. Like, I love that stuff.
It's
like, I see that, I'm like in tears when I see that, because I'm like, man, that guy deserves it. And then I follow him, and I don't know. And I was telling someone recently, I was like, I would love to go fishing. I've never gone fishing. And like, you've never gone fishing? You don't know how to fish? I was like, I don't know. I grew up in Canada, and no one ever took me fishing. Nobody ever knew went fishing. So like, where would I go? And now I live in Arizona.
We used to clean bearings as kids.
Yeah, like I live in the desert now. So, but I made a point. There are a few things on my list of things that I want to do this year, that I want to try, and get into. I'm not going to go hunting, but fishing is definitely something I want to try.
Okay, great.
I feel like it would be good. More things in nature. The more things I can do out in nature, the better.
I love that. So I'm seeing a pattern in the stories you're telling, and whether you intend it or not, you're showing like not only that people are doing good out there, but there's a world of amazing, supportive people.
Yeah.
In the world who are out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's so easy to always get caught up in like the world's shitty, the world is toxic,
the world's against me.
Everyone's crap. There are so many lovely people out there, millions and millions and millions of people who want to root for someone, who want to root for you.
Yeah,
who are just there. And it's lovely to see, because we can get caught up in politics and like the news and wars and like a bunch of shit that's out of our control, like you were saying.
Yeah, they're
what a waste of time. What a waste of energy. Imagine it's like worrying about stuff that's out of your control is like literally going to the store, giving $500 to someone, and they give you nothing back.
Mm-hmm.
All you feel is guilt and shame after.
Yeah,
because you got had.
And it seems like the internet is currently becoming like, there are a lot of, with anything in life, if there's a lot of good, there's also a lot of bad that comes with it, right? Any technology, people, whatever. And with the internet now, like everyone seems to be an expert on everything, right? So there's that. With the rise of AI and all that, like I love the AI and I love technology, but it could be used for nefarious reasons. And it's almost, we were talking about it before the pod, it's almost impossible now to tell like what has been an AI thing, what's real, what's not. Like an influencer, I follow, a car guy, got deep faked and scammed. Like people scammed his followers like thousands and thousands of dollars. So at a time on the internet and in life where you don't know what to trust in the news, what to trust on social media, what to trust anywhere, because technology has gotten so good that we don't even know what to believe anymore. Well, it's like, man, just believe. Like, just
believe it'll work out.
Just
Focus
believe and have faith that if you just ignore all these things and you focus on your mission and your path, life's going to be good to you. It's going to be hard. It's always hard, because everything good is hard to do and it's uncomfortable to do. But if you just escape all the noise.
I find it's way harder if you got noise. I think it's way easier if you can just wake up, do your thing, not worry about what's going on You know,
Exactly.
I think it's easier
Mhm.
if you just focus, but it's hard to do it because we always feel like we need to know that or that or that or that.
Yeah. I used to love to be in the know of everything. Now I'm actually excited when someone asks me something. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
No one really knows. We
and
can't
has
trust
nothing to,
anything.
and it has nothing to do with me. You know, I know that if I do good, if I'm good to myself and if I'm good to other people, then I will be rewarded for that.
Yeah.
Right. So for me, that's my mission. I love the conspiracy land and I love to kind of dive deep into what's going on and what could be going on and all that. But I don't let it consume me. I don't start my day with that anymore. If I'm bored and I've got nothing to do and I want to see what's going on, I do it.
Yeah. Humans have amazing imaginations and
Yeah, but we let things consume us so much, and now there's so much consumption that is consuming us.
yeah, we're being consumed.
Yeah, so it's so crazy that I was like, man, just put the phone down, put it away, go on do not disturb. Don't answer that text message if you don't have to. Like, just
Yeah.
focus on yourself, focus on your mission. And
Finally, man.
you're gonna be happy. Yeah, I know. And
Because like 5 years ago, when I started saying I'm not watching anything, it's like, well, you got to know this or that. Like this is like world events, man. You need to know it.
Yeah.
You don't.
Mhm.
You really don't.
if it's big enough, you'll know.
Yeah. Yeah. And if it's so big that like the world explodes, like who cares? You're not going to do anything anyway.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's why I just wake up, see how your family's doing,
yeah.
do your work. And that I think this all ties into Pair. Word from our sponsor,
Yeah.
Pair app. It's a place to be accountable in public.
Mm-hmm.
It's a place to see how your friends and loved ones and potential people with similar interests are doing.
Yeah.
And it's a whole place where it's like, hey, we're trying to do well. It's not about how well do you sleep. It's what the patterns show. It's like, are you on a downtrend? Are you on an uptrend?
Look, I
know?
know that when I wake up in the morning, okay, I check my vibe score on my homepage. And on my homepage, I have all my best friends that are also on the platform. In an immediate glance, I know this morning, Mom is doing great. Al's doing great. Scotty's doing great. Eula's doing all right. Charlotte killing it. Like all my closest friends, I know how they're doing. I know how their stress levels are, and I know all that. And if they're not doing well, if they're on the low, hey, how's it go? Like, what's going on? Is everything okay? How was your night? Like, that's a great thing. You start your day literally checking in on your favorite people, and they're checking in on you.
Exactly.
And if they see something is weird, they message you or you message them, and it's like it's a beautiful community.
Like we get caught up as the people developing, asking what do you want to see in the app, when this and that. Right now, there isn't an app you can do this.
No,
like
it
this
doesn't exist.
thing doesn't exist, and it's based on the idea that people would want to share this kind of information with people they care about.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's the thing. And if we keep it as simple as possible, we can get 100 million people on this.
Yeah, I'm not worried at all. I'm very excited about it all.
And having faith that you can do it, because there's about 1 billion reasons why it won't work.
There are always reasons why something won't work, and that's why most things don't work. You like when you're building something like this or anything that you have to commit all your time and money and effort into, if you don't fully believe, if you do not have faith in what you are doing and in your own capabilities, it'll never happen. Like